What is up, everybody? It is No One Shall come right back at you with another Star Trek Fleet Command video. Today, we are going to actually have something surprising. So, yesterday on DJ's podcast, we had a surprise visit from Panic, and we got a few good questions out there. If you want to listen to the whole podcast, go to DJ's podcast, go listen to it. It had some great stuff. It happened a little toward the end, but it's a great podcast altogether. But some of the questions I asked were actually answered in according to what I thought it was, and we'll go after those questions and we'll go by it and we'll go from that point. So this one's gonna be a little more of a talking head one, but we'll see what we can do on this and we will go from there. So listen, this is the first question. It's about PvP banding. So
right, okay. There's no PvP banding whatsoever. Let's say level 13's in the zone, you can smash them.
So wait, it's level 20 and above, right? Because I think at level 20 you can get the warp range to reach the origin sector. So
okay.
So level 50 can, level 50
is it level 20 or warp 20? Because I'm pretty sure you can get to warp 20 under level 20, can't you?
With a North Star.
I think like on average it was around level 20, but it's warp 20. Yes.
All right, there's the first part of it. This is the second part of the question.
Wow.
Can we go back to PvP banding? So can you raid a level 20 if their shields go down the system then?
Yes, actually. Yes, I actually got confirmation on that one here not too long ago, No One Shall. With the lifting of PvP banding, all right, PvP banding is not only ships, but bases in the system. And by the way, that is within the game's core mechanics, all right? You cannot raid a level 14 because of level 15 is what you have to be before you can even hit anybody's base.
Yeah.
But with the lifting of PvP banding also comes bases inside the territory zone only.
Yeah, correct.
But to answer Chick's question, it is always in the territory system, but only in the territory system. All right, not just during takeovers.
Correct.
Wow.
All right, so from that list of responses from Panic, we were asking about PvP banding and if you can hit a level, let's say 14. So the max level you can hit in a territory system, which is going to be the origin systems, which isn't going to be the system that we're thinking is going to be. It's going to be a whole separate area, so it's not going to include the whole map. It's going to include a portion of the map that's brand new to us. So if you want to go there and go for a territory with your thing, then you know you're going to get to PvP. So level 20 and up are free reign. You can be hit, you can be raided. If you're in that system, if you're at the shield, you're going to be raided. And you got to know if it's gonna be worth your time or not to go into those systems for the territory, the services, and just stuff along those lines. And it's PvP part of it. If you don't want to do anything to do with the PvP banding or a PvP part of it, don't go into the territories. But there's gonna be some good things in those territories to help your alliance, like some of the services and etc. So risk versus reward. Remember, there is when you take over these nodes that are in those systems for the territory capture, there is a timer, either 15, 30, 45 an hour. You guys have to wait it out. As long as you have a ship in the system, you get 1 point every minute. If you have a ship on the node, you get 4 points or 3 points plus the 1 point every minute, so you get 4 points every minute. And then after a while, it goes into overtime, overdrive, whatever they want to call it. Let's go into the limit on how many territories you can capture. So here we go.
I had a question to you on that. But the connecting zones, is there a limit how many you can have, or is it just based off the warp paths?
So that's also in the. It should be anyway.
That's not yet.
I think it's up to 5. You can only have up to 5.
Let me.
All right. So you're up to 5. That was coming out of Panic's mouth, but here's his official one that he went through a little bit later during the podcast. So
Kukar wants to know.
I'm posting a question and answer I forgot. I updated the blog post, but I'm posting it here as well in the chat so you guys can see.
I like exclusive.
So yeah, I'll read it out. So are there limitations on how many zones an alliance can capture? And the answer is, powerful alliance must choose which zones it wants to capture them. And no single alliance can capture the whole galaxy, as the limitation is 5 zones in total, independence of their tier.
There you go. Right there. That's the answer I was looking for originally.
And I would even go one step further, if I may, Panic. May I go one step further on that? These 5 zones are independent of tier, as that mentions, but that is also going to scale on the level of your alliance. Okay, so not everybody can hold 5, but for example, the higher level alliances will be able to hold more than, say, a level 2 alliance. Okay, so
5 is the max.
Yeah, 5 is the absolute max. So the size of the alliance is going to depend.
All right, so you guys hear that? So the max amount you can have is 5, but it's all dependent on your level of your alliance. So if you're a lower level alliance, you might have a lower one because it's based off your embassy, which could be probably something to do in the alliance tab and not in your base, at least, so you don't have to upgrade another building. Ugh, that would be painful. But so we got a clarification on that. So 5 is a max. There, you can only capture ones that are in, let's say, let's go into the map. Let me grab my game, pull it down for you guys before we go into the last question. So I'm going to use an example. These aren't the systems that are going to be it, but we'll go down here. So let's say in here. So if you wanted to capture your zone, let's say Tombstone, you could capture Leon or DF, whatever it is. But if you wanted to capture another one, you couldn't, let's say, capture Van Chef from Tombstone. You have to follow the paths. That's your limitation. It's your warp paths and your embassy size. That's going to be the pure limitation to it. So that's the clarification that we needed from that. So 5 is the max, and each of these zones are going to be in a fog of war, just like Deep Space. So if you wanted to see a zone, you had to have a ship in your zone. The zone. If you're not in the zone, you're not going to be able to see the zone. So it's going to be a little bit more harder, take a little more tactics for this one. So next we're going to go over to the zone services. So here's the one other question I asked. Here we go.
Can we go back to services though? So the services in those territories, do they affect outside the territories that you own, or they are only specific in those territories?
I don't know. Those so services not only are available globally, but they also stack, which is really nice.
Okay.
So services available globally, unless otherwise specified, Panic, because there is one here, for example, that says, for example, in the Omega Zone, 100% shield health points in zone. I would imagine the ones that say in zone are just there, but the other ones are...
Really, I would guess.
Yeah.
So Batman said early on the official Discord that those texts were pre-production, not...
Okay.
That's all pre-prod. Yes, exactly. That's right. But these style of services will be available.
Okay, there you go. So they are available outside of territory systems, folks. Okay,
that is wonderful.
There you go.
Wonderful.
That is absolutely huge, and
they stack.
And they stack. So if I get territory B that has 10% to hull, and then territory D has another 10% to hull, then I'm going to get 20% to hull. Is what you're saying?
And that's stack on base, right? Because you got to specify it's base or it's based off of what your skills are.
Yeah. That's different. Yeah.
Can you tell us, Panic, if these are going to be treated like researches would be? Are they additive with the existing buffs that are already in place, or are these going to affect the actual base values?
I asked this question. It's going to be in the other documentation that I'm going to be writing, but it should be it's based like researches. But don't quote me. That's going to be out on whenever the next documentation come in. I'll confirm that then.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Some nuances are still looked at. That's why I can't even say a date yet completely.
Okay.
What I can say is that all these questions will be answered in the next post.
All right. So what we got from there is on the zone services, they will be stacked. They will be level based, or not level based, like tier based, or whatever you call it. If you can upgrade them with whatever the alliance thing is to get to them, which is nice, and most will affect outside your territories, which is going to be a nice thing. Like there are some I think I saw that said better hull, better hostile killing, so they'll affect in mining speeds. They'll affect outside your area, which is going to be cool. They do stack, and that's pretty cool. So we got some more information on it. So there's the PvP banding where you can smash any level that's in the area, which sucks for some people, but remember you're going into a PvP area, so that's what it's going to be. Maximum number of zones you can capture is 5, depending on your level size though, or your alliance size. The thing that I didn't cover in this that DJ was talking about, let's say you had A, B, and C zone, and you lost B, do you lose A and C? We didn't really get a definite answer on that, but you have to capture your base territory at tier 1 and then work your way up there. So we'll have to see how it goes whenever territory capture. It's sounding like it's gonna be a fun, exciting part of the game. I know not a lot of people are gonna be happy about it, but it's gonna be something interesting. And I don't think whales are gonna be able to control the whole part of it like some people are thinking, because if you have a number of 5 and there is a lot of systems there, it's not a few systems, there's a lot of systems there. I can't tell you the exact number, but there's a lot of systems there. So not one alliance is going to own the whole thing, especially on top of having the fog of war. it's going to make it harder for them. They're going to have to go zone by zone to find. And some of these territory captures are quick and some of them are long. So some are going to be long fights and some are going to be fun fights. It's just going to be one of those ones of you got to think strategically and be able to coordinate with your alliance. Best thing is to do is go do it in Discord, have a Discord voice. Even if your alliance members can't talk, at least you have them in the voice to listen into the chat and hear what's happening, and you guys can actually figure out what your next strategy is going to be, because this is going to be a really strategic part of the game. And people are complaining or crying about that it's going to mess the game up. If it's in a whole system, then how is it going to mess the rest of the game up? You might have events based on it, but it's not going to be like a necessary evil. It's a necessary evil only time you want is for like certain things for your alliance, like certain services for your alliance to have, which is going to be a cool part of the game, which would be interesting. It's going to help do certain things in the game, which is going to be awesome. And there's going to be a really big strategic aspect to territory captures. So that's just about sums up the whole thing, little snippets I asked Panic and some of the stuff DJ talked about. If you guys want to see DJ's podcast, go check out the main Discord, go down to the streams and videos, click on that, find DJ's name, go watch his podcast. It's awesome. He's a good guy, very knowledgeable, smarter than me. Well, a lot of people are smarter than me though. But anyways, remember to hit the like, the subscribe button, the bell notification down below. Remember to become a member. Go down to the bottom, click that join, become a member for $2, $5, $10, or $20 a month. If you have an ad blocker on or you want to help the channel out, go down there, click join, and become a member. And if you want to donate, there is a donate button. You can click that and donate. It helps the channel out. It helps me out personally. We all know what I'm going through. I ain't gonna say it again. And there's my Discord down below. Click that Discord. Come join the Discord. Become awesome. All right, guys, it is No One Shall signing out. Have a wonderful day. Peace out.